I used to work in a class consisting only and exclusively of really troubled teens, really difficult young teenagers. I had a hard time putting band-aids on wounds that didn't seem to heal. I had a little card at my visor in my car, and it said, my students have a difficult life. And so I was driving to my school and I was just powering on this truth, undoubtedly a truth in their lives. My whole attitude was different when I entered the room. I was so much more open and so much more loving, so much more accepting and willing to engage with them. Whenever I did this little exercise in the morning, it just totally changed the course of the day. I also realized, how much more strenuous and sometimes frustrating and nerve-wracking it was when I didn't prepare myself, when I didn't set my mind, my attitude to the reality of their lives. It made a big difference. I could again feel the sensation in my body because it freed me of the fear, of the frustration, of the agony at times, and it really opened my heart to a beautiful day at school. And they could even tell. They didn't know what I was doing, but they realized immediately whether I set myself up to engage with them or if I would just rush to work, and start the day without this I would call like soul food, that is so yummy and so comforting. I used to call that like an emotional hygiene, and I think for people who work in difficult situations with really demanding settings, that type of an emotional hygiene is really helpful. My principal, just by me talking a little bit about attitude reconstruction and the beauty of emoting, actually donated a site in the school for me where I could go and actually help those students that were so caught in their frustration and their anger due to their living or life circumstances. A lot of them coming from broken homes, and a lot of them were, threatened where they would live if they would be taken out of their families. That's heavy load to carry. I introduced the telephone books and the luxury of allowing the kids to really get their anger out, hitting something that doesn't feel hurt ever, and the telephone book doesn't, and the sound of the flying papers, and giving it so much force without hurting.